We're gonna have to fight Dylan, I bet.
The resonance emitted from the HRAs is purely antithetical to every variant of the Hiss signal I can arrange. But how did...
It's happening. After all these years, Dylan is here. But am I too late?
How is he? I need to know. He's clearly been affected by the Hiss, but it's different than any other manifestation we've recorded. Maybe what makes you so special is genetic. He was a prime candidate. Or maybe it's Polaris protecting him, something else affecting the situation. I need to run tests. He seems more in control, more present.
I want to see him. My brother? Or is he?
Of course. Now, Marshall set up an HRA-warded cage to contain him. It's on the upper floor, up the stairs.
Okay, I need to go.
Jesse, be careful.
Before we go do that, though, I noticed some things. Speech analysis. If we understand the Hiss to be a force based on vibration and resonance, then perhaps their incantation, which is now the agreed upon term for their vocalizations, is an effort to express that resonance using human vocal cords and speech. Would there be differences if the incantation were recited in a different language? The most common word used is want. Interestingly, every usage of the word is attributed to a you. You want to listen. You want this to be true. You want these waves to drag you away. Are we the you the Hiss are referring to? Does the Hiss believe humanity, possibly all non-Hiss life, wants to join it, to be consumed by it? Is that its goal? The second most used words are through and time. Is this possible the Hiss stating how they arrived here, or an indication of its age? There is clear intention in the words. Dismissing the incantation as nonsense, as some of my colleagues recommend, is beyond idiotic. Refer to redacted for full report. And then, timeline of events. To examine the invasion's timeline of events for possible patterns in Hiss behavior. Establishing a timeline is difficult at present because of lack of reliable communications between Bureau sectors and staff. Preliminary models indicate ground zero of the invasion is located within the executive sector. Once it becomes possible to interview surviving personnel, pinpointing the exact location should be feasible. Other outstanding questions that a timeline may help answer. How did the Hiss get past the internal lockdown? How does the Hiss resonance advance through space? Deliberately or uniformly? What is their ultimate goal? The outside world? A cross-dimensional destination? Refer to redacted for full report. Multimedia. Is this one? Okay, so we've heard that one. Let's go talk to Dylan. Getting ready to fight everyone, right?
Oh my god, did she have to write everything in her made-up gibberish code? Fucking
Jukebox tokens.
Spy shit, god.
Speak to Arish to find out more about it. Okay.
I found this token. Any idea what it does?
Ah, that is a jukebox token. Little bastards turn up in the weirdest places, like bad pennies. The Rangers use them to activate an old object of power.
A jukebox, I assume. Does it have any good songs?
Nope, just the one record. Hey, be careful turning it on, though. When it's playing, you get a free trip to the formation.
The formation.
Is that what they call that place?
Why does it send you there?
The Bureau has been wondering that for years. I mean, it's just a pile of rocks built by God knows who, but... Well, researchers have confirmed it's in the same threshold as the quarry. Well, no one's ever been able to map a physical route to the formation for maintenance.
So it's in the quarry. You just don't know where.
Pretty much. We only send in annual expeditions to the formation now. Checkups, Salvador calls them. This year's team went in the day the Hiss arrived. Come to think of it, the song should have run back hours ago.
I can go in and take a look.
I'd appreciate that. The jukebox is kept just past the security booth over there. Just put in the token and enjoy the ride.
We'll do that later.
I have to go.
Me too. You're not the only one who's busy, you know. See you soon.
Okay, we got to... wrong button. We want to make sure... This is our... Wow, we got a lot more people here now, don't we?
Just when I thought things were stabilizing, Marshall abandons us. I'm sick of no one telling us what's going on.
Information's always been on a need-to-know basis.
Well, I need to...
Speaking of information, Dr. Darling has personally recommended Miss Pope for a promotion based on her work ethic and assistance in advancing many ongoing research matters. See research reports redacted for breakthroughs resulting from her work. According to her colleagues, Pope has displayed a keen eye for detail and a quick grasp of paranatural concepts. She is professional and diligent, though some of her co-workers complain of social disinterest. The review committee approves this recommendation and promotes Miss Pope to the position of research specialist. Go, Miss Pope.
Level executive, damn it.
Okay, so where is Dylan? Said he's upstairs. I'm finding all kinds of documents that I just never explored because I never... Attention all redacted. Redacted a shark. Sorry. Redacted a shark in his redacted, although secure, redacted, permission to redacted following basic protocol redacted. Shoot to kill redacted. Good luck. That's useless. Technological restrictions. The oldest house imposes certain limitations in our bureau, but by far the most restrictive is the inability to use certain technological instruments. This is usually one of the first things you find. Yeah, I should have found this stuff way long ago. The oldest house does not allow devices that emit or receive any redacted signal. Radio waves are the only transmittable signals in the oldest house, and even those are often unreliable. If the power of collective unconscious is taken into account, it could be that certain pieces of technology are too new in the cultural redacted for the oldest house to redacted them. Similarly, these items have not been known to become receptacles for altered status. Technology may be moving at too fast a pace for the redacted to occur. Modern technology tends to disappear and break here, sometimes quite violently. Redacted agents have been injured by cell phones exploding in their pockets while entering the oldest house. Wow. So that's why they're using, like, tape-based projectors and other things like that. They have to use older things. What do we got over here? Does nothing. Can't find your office? Watch your step. No. No, says the sticky note. Listen, I know you can't control building shifts, but the executive level restroom has been missing for weeks now. I worked my ass off in the Islamabad station for 3 years. I've earned the right to a nice workplace shitter. If you can't bring it back, at least find out where it went. Wow, that must... Is it here? Yep.
You are a worm through time. The thunder's hum distorts you. Happiness comes, white pearls, but yellow and red in the eye. Through a mirror inverted is made right. Leave your insides by the door. Push the fingers through the surface into the way. You've always been near you. You want this to be true. We stand around you while you dream. You can almost hear our words, but you forget. Through time. The thunder's hum distorts you. Happiness comes. You are a worm through time.
Shit.
The thunder's hum distorts you.
That's
Happiness
Dylan.
comes. White pearls,
Can
but
you
yellow
hear
and
me?
red in the eye.
Oh, come on, Dylan. I'm here. I found you.
The surface into the way. You've always been near you. You want this to be true.
Do you know who I am? Oh, you know me. Say it.
You are Dylan Faden's sister.
He's talking in the third person.
Oh boy.
Always a good sign. Do you know who you are?
Not Dylan. Trench and Darling made sure of that. I'm P6. P6. But I'm better now. The hiss made me better.
Push the fingers through the surface into the wet. You've always been the new you. You want this
Can you
to
stop
be
that?
true.
Please.
Not exactly the reunion I'd hoped for.
It feels good to say those words. I want to say them. They sound good. They make me feel good. Don't you want to say them too?
No. Fuck off, no. You need to help me get this thing out of his head. If he is still in there, if there is anything left, you have to help me.
You came in through the hole in you. We let you in. You've always been here. The only true. A copy of a copy of a copy of a copy.
Stop it!
Orangeville.
Shit. Shit. He can see you. This is not safe.
We found Polaris together with my sister when we were very small, in Ordinary, in the desert, through the door opened up by the slide projector. But she didn't help when Trench took me away. She didn't give me any powers. All the powers are my own powers. She didn't help when they locked me up for years.
After the song time for applause, we build you till nothing remains. The egg cracks and the truth will emerge out of you. You are home.
The Bureau brought the slide projector back here with me. And the Bureau did what the Bureau does. They used it. And they found... They opened the door up to the hiss. That's the only thing I can thank them for.
There. There it is. We stopped the Altered World event in Ordinary when we shut down the slide projector. And now the projector's here.
An earworm is a tune you can't stop humming in a dream. Baby, 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 yeah. Just plastic. So safe. Nothing to worry about. Funny.
I welcomed the hiss. I let it in. To get rid of her. The hiss set me free. Polaris is using you. The Bureau is using you. You are a puppet.
You can almost hear our words, but you forget.
If we shut off the slide projector, maybe that will stop the hiss.
Your regulations.
Maybe it's not too late for my brother.
You must see the truth for yourself, Jessie. Sister. The horrible truth about the Bureau. The hiss is the better option.
The hiss is the
Go
better
to the
option.
Prime Candidate program in the containment sector. I have the keycard to get you there. Salvador wanted me to have it.
Wanted? Bullshit. I saw what the hiss did to Salvador. What it turned him into.
Okay, Dylan. I'll go. I want to see the truth for myself.
I'll go. But only to look for the slide projector. You can help me. We can end this.
You are a worm through time. You are a worm through time. The thunder
Clearance level 6.
Happiness comes, white pearls, but yellow and red in the eye. Through a mirror, the inverted is...
I don't know what else I'm hoping to find here.
Dylan. Can we talk?
I'd like to tell you about a dream I had last night.
Off to a good start.
Okay. I'm listening.
I was back in Ordinary, before all of this happened. But in the dream, I was alone. It was just me. I was the only child. A girl. My name was Jessie Dylan Faden. But then the Bureau came and caught me, brought me back here, locked me up. Have you ever noticed that our names, Jesse, Dylan, they could be girls' names, boys' names, could be anything. Don't you find that weird? I find that weird.
Sure. What the hell was that? She's trying to mess with me?
You are a worm through time. The
That was
distorts you. Happiness
that was
white pearls, but
a
yellow
thing?
in the eye.
I wonder if he says anything different.
Right.
Let's try once
Maybe
more.
Dylan's still in there. Maybe there's a way to reach him.
I'd like to talk to my brother, please. Dylan?
Dylan would like to tell you about a dream he had just now.
This again?
I was going to be the new director of this place. I helped you get a job here so that we could be together. You were an office assistant. You'd make coffee and deliver the mail, and there was always plenty of work to do. And it stayed that way forever and ever. It was nice. Really nice.
That's debatable.
But here's the strange thing. The dream shifted, and none of it was real anymore. It was a game. We were in a game, and it was a fucking boring game. But you couldn't stop playing. And then it shifted again. Or maybe it was another dream already. Or maybe I'm just confusing them. But in this other dream, it was more like a musical. This is an ordinary song about an ordinary girl from an ordinary town. It's the ordinary song. She worked an ordinary job in an ordinary office. And something. And that's all I can remember of that dream.
Maybe that's for the best.
I even saw the thunder coming and it still startled me.
It distorts you. Happiness comes, white pearls, but yellow and red in the eye. You will never be in what is made right.
Okay, we'll check with him one more time. One more time before we go to the Prime Candidate program.
Maybe I can learn more about the hiss from him.
Can we talk?
I just had an interesting dream.
He dreams a lot.
Shit.
That's fascinating, but let's talk about the hiss for a change, yeah?
This dream was about the hiss.
Best I'm gonna get.
In my dream, the hiss had broken free of this prison, this house. I'd set it free. And the president himself was there to welcome us. He was the first one to take the hiss in. Spread the word. At first, many people thought it was horrifying. That he was horrifying. But also, many people who heard his words wanted to welcome the hiss in. And slowly, more and more of them came around until the whole world was brought together by the hiss. It was wonderful.
Okay. Thanks for sharing that.
For the record, that will never happen. Not as
Okay.
long as I'm alive.
I think we've heard enough from him.
Happiness comes, white pearls, but yellow and red in the eye. Through a mirror, the inverted is made right. Leave your inside by the door.
That wasn't creepy at all.
Listen to your
Find the Prime Candidate program. Let's see, let's first.
This prisoner they captured is the director's brother?
Brother? And she brought him here. She's gonna get us all killed.
What if she's working with the hiss? did?
They're talking about me. They're gossiping about me. Okay, let's see. Containment sector. Um... That's up a bunch of floors, so I don't want to go to that one. Logistics might be the best choice. Or maybe sealed threshold entrance. Well, no, that takes us back to... Okay, let's just go to logistics and start from there. I think logistics will be the best choice. Hopefully. We now have a clearance level 6 pass. So that will get us... Wasn't there a level 6 door through security? This might be what I'm thinking of. Uh-oh. I was hoping for there to be something in there, but that used to be a break room. Okay, we might die. Yep, that's the pain room now. Welcome to the pain room. Okay, here's a level 6 door that we can go through.
Mark Gibson, male, age 28, returned from the astral plane approximately 13 minutes ago. His birth is 21st dive. Patient is experiencing migraine-like pain, intense pressure behind the eyes, and partial blindness. He has no recollection of his time in the astral plane and appears severely disoriented. Preliminary examination revealed no immediate cause, so we will be sending patient for x-rays and... What the fuck is that thing? God, it burst right out of him. Call Black! Get Marshall!
Oh boy. Okay, and then this just takes us, loops us around. Logistics is this way. Oh boy! That startled me! At least I can get some health. Oh, I know where I am now. I'm going backwards. Let's just go this way. Okay. Oh boy. Terrifying. And now we're back in here again. Which I think is where we want to be. I think we need to go... Yeah, Prime Candidate program is over that way. Ah, it's right here. Poor security guard. Turned into the hiss. Oh wait, that's not what I meant to do. I meant to open my collectibles. Okay. Let's first off do this one. Case files, unread, Mir supplement. Redacted. She was admitted to a mental ward for emotional instability soon after relocating to Illinois with her family in 1914. The item only appears on record again in 2006 when the Bureau investigated a sudden rise in disappearances in redacted Illinois. Agents found the item hanging in the local library. They contained it quickly, though the missing people of the town were never recovered. August 18th, 1915. We certify that the case of Mrs. Redacted has shown her to be a lunatic under the reasons of hysteria, bad company, and imaginary female trouble. Oh my god. Her fixation with the family-looking glass is noteworthy, though not an uncommon matter when considering the female disposition. Why? Why past? Why do you gotta be that way? Mrs. Carver? Shouldn't that be redacted? Shouldn't that be Mrs. Redacted? Is a fit subject for the lunatic asylum and will remain in its confines until her affliction is past. Signed, Dr. Redacted. You didn't redact part of it. You failed.
Mark Gibb.
Prime Candidate program.
Define new prime candidates. The Bureau needs a director. Our future. P6 and P7.
P6 and P7. Am I P7? Okay. This is troublesome. Oh, this is very troublesome. Oh boy. Going in here without full health did not help, but this is going to be a tough room, I think. Why's the room got to be like this? And I got to go all the way back.